I'm Justin Jaraya Armulawi from Group 4, and my topic is about the official report of Governor Izquierdo on the Cavite Mutiny in 1872. The Cavite Mutiny of 1872 stands as one of the most significant and controversial turning points in Philippine history. It marked the beginning of the Filipino people's national awakening and paved the way for the revolutionary movement that would eventually lead to independence. Central to this historical event is the official report of Governor Rafael Izquierdo, who was the Spanish Governor-General of the Philippines at that time. His account of the incident largely influenced how the Spanish colonial government responded to the mutiny and how it justified the persecution of many Filipinos, including the three martyr priests collectively known as the Gumburza, Father Mariano Gomez, Jose Burgos, and Jacinto Zamora. According to Governor Izquierdo's official report, the Cavite Mutiny was not a minor labor protest but a large-scale conspiracy against Spanish rule. On January 20, 1872, about 200 Filipino soldiers, workers, and arsenal laborers stationed at the Cavite Naval Yard revolted under the leadership of Sergeant Lamadrid. Izquierdo claimed that this was a part of a grand plan to overthrow the Spanish government, kill all Spanish officials, and establish an independent Filipino state. He accused Filipino secular priests and educated natives, particularly those advocating reform in the church and governments, of inciting the rebellion through liberal and nationalistic ideas. In his narrative, Izquierdo portrayed the mutiny as a well-coordinated revolution involving not only the Cavite mutineers but also civilians and priests in Manila. This exaggerated report made it appear that the entire colony was on the brink of rebellion. This described the native Filipinos as ungrateful and rebellious, suggesting that they could not be trusted with freedom or power without the guidance of Spain. By doing so, Izquierdo justified the severe actions taken by the colonial government to suppress the uprising and to restore control over the population. However, later historians and Filipino scholars have exposed the flaws and biases in Izquierdo's version of the event. In truth, the mutiny was largely caused by economic and administrative grievances rather than political rebellion. Governor Izquierdo had withdrawn the privileges previously granted to Filipino workers and soldiers at the Cavite Arsenal, such as exemption from tribute and reduced working hours. These abrupt changes angered the laborers and soldiers who saw them as unjust and oppressive. Thus, the mutiny was more of a spontaneous reaction to these grievances than a planned revolution against Spanish authority. Despite this, Izquierdo's exaggerated report was used as the basis for widespread arrest and persecution. Prominent Filipino priests and reformists were accused of masterminding the revolt. Father Gomez, Burgos, and Zamora were unjustly tried and sentenced to death by Garrote in February 17, 1872 at Bagong Bayan, now is the Luneta Park. Their execution shocked the Filipino people and ignited a new sense of nationalism. Future revolutionaries such as Dr. Jose Rizal were deeply inspired by their martyrdom, with Rizal dedicating his novel El Filibusterismo to their memory. In conclusion, Governor Izquierdo's official report on the Cavite Mutiny of 1872 was a deliberate distortion of truth meant to protect Spanish authority and suppress reformist movements. While it served as justification for cruelty and injustice, it also exposed the harsh reality of colonial oppression. The event of Izquierdo's biased account became a powerful symbol that awakened Filipino consciousness and set the stage for the country's eventual struggle for independence.